Welcome to this video called Action Leads to Insight More Than Insight Leads to Action. Speed of execution, okay? And I'll start this by telling you a very quick story. I promise you it won't be boring and it will open your mind to this. So a few years ago, I was talking to someone who was making $1 million a month and he was at the time, I think 21. He's 23 now and at the moment of recording this, I'm 23 too. So he was making $1 million a month, consistently cash collected, okay? And now he's also making $1 million a month. I think a little bit more, probably 1.2, 1.3, sometimes 1.5. I don't know for sure, but he's doing pretty well. So it's more than eight figures plus. And I remember when I was talking to him a couple of years ago, and I was saying, man, like, what's your secret? You know, like, why are you growing so fast? And like, I was at that time, I think I was making 50K a month 3 years ago. So I said, like, why can't break the limit and make 100K a month and more, right? And I think I asked like him different questions on what's your strategy, what's this, what's that. And at the end of the day, it came back to this. It came back that in a week, he would take more action and he would test more things than I would do in probably like 3 months. So it wasn't that he was doing something completely different, it's that he was more courageous and more urgent with the things that he knew he should be doing but wasn't doing. And I was the exact opposite. I was sitting there, I knew what I need to do, but I was waiting to get even more insight, even more information, even more clarity. I was gonna talk even to more mentors, right? Back then, there was no ChatGPT, I think it was more than 2 years ago. And like, I was trying to come up with a perfect plan and then I was gonna do it. And what I learned is that is the real key to making progress. Because once you know what you need to do, how quickly you will do it is gonna determine how quickly you'll get feedback from reality and you'll be able to improve and get results and iterate. The best clients that we have till this day, they all are the people that take action the quickest. And I wanted to make this video because previously we went over the vision and the model, and you might think, okay, I know this, right? But maybe this doesn't resonate with me, or I need to do more research, or I need to probably wait a little bit more. No, how quickly will you do it? How quickly will you show up and how quickly will you execute? Decreasing the time between when you have an idea of what you're gonna do and when you actually do it is the real key of how much progress you're gonna make and how fast you're gonna make that progress, frankly. That is the number one indication. And when I saw him, all right, and I saw how much he's growing, I said, okay, I'm gonna change it. And it was super hard for me because I'm the exact type of person, and this is also bad to label ourselves and to have our identity like this, and we're gonna talk about it in this program as well. But it was true, like I was literally the person that would sit and think for a very long time, and I still have a lot of the tendencies, but I got way better at it, and my results significantly improved as well. Because back then I would wait for it to be perfect, and then I would do it. And now, when I know what I need to do, I'm executing. I'll give an example. This video I'm recording right now. I could have said I'm gonna wait to move that light here so the light is even better from another room. No, I'm literally recording. That's it. Because imperfect action done fast is better than perfect inaction, right? And not doing it at all. Because then you are moving very slowly. And especially in this age where everything is moving so fast, you can't afford to be slow. You can't afford to ship slow, right? To ship your product, to ship your content. You can't afford it. You need to do it fast, get feedback, and improve. And that's the lesson that I learned from him, right? From just observing. And then I figured it out that pretty much every successful person has that thing in common as well. And if I have to analyze the opposite is true too. Every single client that we have that didn't win are the people that are very slow. They talk a lot, but they don't do a lot. They don't show up, they don't take action, and they are not able to iterate. They are not able to test small, test quickly, iterate, and move on. And that's what's going to help you to win, right? And when you become this person, you will see that it was not hard to win, but it was just because we weren't moving fast enough. And once you learn to move fast enough, you will grow. Once you have that urgency, nothing and no one can stop you. And I'm not talking about rushing here, right? And there's a big difference there because if you just rush, you are just throwing things up. So you need patience with the results. I'm talking about impatience with the actions, how quickly you take the actions, right? That's what matters. The speed of your execution matters more. Action leads you to have clarity. If you go through a program, if you go through one of the modules and you are waiting for it to be more perfect, you're not gonna grow. But if you got the insight and you're going to take action, that is gonna give you a new insight. And that you're gonna take new action, and then it's gonna give you a new insight because it will give you a real real feedback from the world, right? And that's what will allow you to beat pretty much all of your competition. So make sure to implement this, and the way that you can know this, if this is applying to you or not, look at other areas of your life, right? Are you fast there? If the answer is no, you probably might be struggling with this too. If yes, then great. Then just keep this in mind, right? We need to be reminded more than we need to be taught, and make sure to implement. But it's very important to, if you want to change this, you need to kind of change who you are in everything, because that's gonna manifest in the business as well. And like, for example, the guy I was talking about, he was like this in everything, right? Like say he had to move to another country, he would call 150 people in the same day and try to figure it out, right? He wouldn't sit there and think, which one should I do? He would do both, he would do it fast, he would take the first action, right? And that's what I learned, and recently we have done it as well when we moved to a new country where I'm in right now. And I remember that lesson, right? And I started, like, I think in a day I messaged like 100 real estate agents, right? And it was a new year period, so no one was working. And I still, like, I took so much action and so fast that many people, from 100 people, there were enough that got back to me and were able to find options and ultimately, get this apartment. So all of this to say is that it applies to everything, and once you change how you do it in personal life and everywhere else, now in business you take action faster as well. You get the momentum, right? And now when you need to do a course, you do it faster, you ship faster, you show up. And again, you don't have to do it with low quality, right? Doing something fast doesn't mean that you are gonna do it in a bad way, right? If you're gonna like punch someone, right, in martial arts, if you need to do it faster, you don't start doing this, right? You still have the same form, but you do it faster. And it actually gets better, not worse. That should be the same mindset. Without sacrificing the quality, how do I keep the quality 80, 90% or 100% as similar, but I act quicker? I go, and I get the feedback and I iterate, and if you do this, you are going to get more insight and more clarity. The people that are the most clear on their next step, on what they need to do, on why they are stuck, they are not the people that are in their head, right? If you are in your head, you are dead, right? You can't be stuck in your head. It's not gonna help you. You need to get out of it, say, okay, am I directionally correct? Do I know what my next step is? If yes, let's get to work. Let me go do it. Let me take the smallest action I possibly can. And once you do it, you are going to get momentum from it, and you are going to get a new insight as well. That's the number one thing that you need to keep in mind after going to the next modules, which is how quickly we will take action once you are clear on what you need to do. If you're 80% clear, go do it now, get feedback, iterate, you'll be ahead of all the other people as well. Every single successful client we have, they are all like this. I tell them something, or they watch a course, or they learn something, they do it fast. And they come back with data, they come back with iterations, they come back with feedback, and we can improve it and make so much more progress than anyone else, okay? So the action item after this is ask yourself, are you a type of person that executes and executes fast, or are you more of a perfectionist? You wait for the perfect moment and you overthink things. And if you are this person, stop labeling yourself like this and start acting like this. And once you start acting like this, even with small things in your personal life or in business, and you make that commitment, then you'll get confidence and you'll get evidence that you're acting like this person, and your identity will change as well, okay? So the question is right now, what are you not doing that you know you should be doing? And you are using it as an excuse that you need to learn more about it. What is that one thing that comes to your mind, right? And once you know the answer, which it will come to you if you sit with silence for like 30 seconds, do it now, do it today. Do that smallest action. Do you have a team member you know you need to fire? Message them today that you want to book a call. So the smallest action, how quickly you will do it, how quickly you will make the decisions once you have directional correctness, and how much feedback you will get and improve is going to determine how successful you will be. So the question is, what are you delaying? What is the thing that you know you should be doing, but you aren't doing because of fear, because it's stopping you? And remember that you are here to win. Remember that you are here to get the results. There is no other excuse. Nothing else is acceptable. And know that to do that, we need to move fast. And right now, after this video, not later, not after you watch the next one, if you already know what you need to do, go and take action. And if you already did it, then great. Once you watch the next modules, always keep this mindset in mind. And whenever you come to a lesson, come to the action item, try to take massive, imperfect, fast action on it as soon as possible. If you do it first, the insight will come, not the other way around, right? You take the action, then the insight comes from the action. You need to make it a habit. And if you do, you will be able to grow faster. Hope this video was useful. Do the action item, and I will see you in the next video. Now, a lot of these trainings are available for free with all of the templates, AI tools, private feedback for you to be able to implement in your business. And guess what? It's absolutely free. So if you're interested, the link will be down below in the description and you can apply to join there.